This election is key, even to the point where if we lose this election with the speaker, we will no longer have an elected body for the State Board of Education. They will be handpicked by an elite group of rhinos. They will be picked. So we'll lose our education. We will have lost every foundation that we are supposed to enjoy as Americans. Now, the bullets aren't flying over my head. You know, my father fought in World War II and Korea. Got shot up. Susan's dad is a retired general. The Army. Military is in our blood. And I know the stories about the sacrifices that they went through to keep this country safe and free, and the world free. If America loses its freedom, the earth goes into the dark ages of totalitarian Marxism, communism. This is the last bastion of freedom. We are the light on the mountain. And it's been dimming for 30 to 40 years now as we slept and did nothing and bought off on political correctness and were afraid to voice our opinion. Now is the time to be vocal, to voice your opinion, because the bullets aren't flying over, but we are going to lose just as much as that generation would have lost for us if they had not been willing to go into battle and fight for our country and our Constitution. Our Constitution is the most blessed document ever written by man. I believe God put his hand on that group when they wrote that Constitution, which was written in a church, coincidentally. We cannot allow any individual men to take away those rights that were so hard fought for. It's our responsibility, this generation right now, each one of us, to fight the battle. And all we need to do is be vocal at this point in time. Pick up the phone and call your representatives and call your neighbors. Tell them what is happening, because we can win this battle. November's election around the country and around the state proved that we are the majority, and if we put our mind to it and we're active, we will win. We just have to stay active and motivated and informed by going to events like this. That's all we need to do, because we still have our rights, thank God. But they're slipping away by the moment. And the aggressive nature of the totalitarian one-world government, they're moving ahead at breakneck speed. It's light speed. And they recognize what is happening in this country. And I think they're surprised by it. Think about it. Tea Party came out, we were irrelevant. Then suddenly we were racists. Then we became terrorists. And now they just don't know what to make of us. But we have a seat at the table now. And it's up to us to make sure that when we're at that seat, we're sitting at the head of the table. When we went to war for our freedom against England, do not think that everyone in the colonies wanted to go to war. There were many of those that said, hey, I don't want to go to war. Just give the king what he wants. It was a handful of individuals that recognized what freedom would mean. And free markets. Do not forget, our founding fathers recognized capitalism and free markets as well as freedom. Do not allow them to disparage capitalism. Capitalism is a blessing. It is a financial blessing, not only to our country, but to the world. Capitalism and free markets have given freedom and prosperity to untold millions and millions of people around the world. Countries that do not practice free markets are the ones that are failing, and the people are starving. And we're seeing in our own country what happens when you move away from a capitalistic society and you start moving towards socialism. Our dollar is being devalued. We have lost economic power, and economic power is key for our military power. We have got to turn the clock back in so many different ways, and it's all done by individuals just like you. You will make the difference. Look at where I am. I was just an individual, Wayne Richard, stood on the side of a road with a silly sign. And look where I am today. Each one of you can do this. I'm no better than any of you. I'm just a Tea Party activist just like you, who was willing to step up and go the next step. That's all it takes. That's all I ask of you. Be educated, motivated, passionately vocal, and we'll take our state back. And we will see blessings for this state and blessings for our country that we thought were lost forever. And our children and our grandchildren will look back at the Tea Party in their history books, where the facts will be written properly and accurately about what the Tea Party meant to the foundation and the freedoms and liberty and to the Constitution of America. This is our time to make a difference. Thank you very much.